trust you're enjoying these moments together in the mornings and that this is really encouraging you. I must say, I've had people call me, people send me messages telling me how much they enjoy having this first thing in the mornings before they go to work and before they do anything, and how it has helped them and inspired them and set their course for the day. So thank you for joining me. Now, I'm going back to Acts chapter 9 and just going straight into it. Ananias says, "Yes, Lord." And then the Lord begins to speak to him. In verse 15, he says, the Lord answered him and said, "Arise and go. Arise and go. I have chosen." I'm just going to focus on those words. Arise and go. When God came to Ananias and he was talking to him, he wasn't wanting Ananias to continue this debate with him. Remember, the Lord appeared to him in a vision, so this is in the daytime. This is in productive time. So when God appeared to him, he appeared to him in an open vision as opposed to a sleeping dream. And in this open vision, God is speaking to Ananias, and he says, "Arise and go." When God told him to arise and go, he wasn't giving Ananias a long-term plan, a long-term vision. He wasn't appealing to the passion and the zeal to obey God in the long term. He was looking for an immediate, right now, I need your body. I need you to go and be my special messenger right now. And I have appeared in a vision to Saul to prepare him for your coming. So even though, and I need you to take note of what was happening to Saul, to Ananias here in this time, he was afraid. He had doubts. Even though God was encountering him directly with an open vision, he had doubts about his immediate obedience. Because he said, "I know this man's reputation. I know that he's actually threatening and doing all kinds of things to the people of God. And you're asking me, Lord, to go in there to the man that threatens us and go and lay my hands on him." And the Lord wasn't open for debate about this. "I've chosen you as a vessel. I've chosen you as a messenger, Ananias. You must go and do what I tell you to do. Arise and go." Then he says to him, "This man I have chosen to be my special messenger." So he's talking to a messenger about Saul that was to be a special messenger. "And he will be brought before kings, before many nations, before Jewish people. I will show him how much he is destined to suffer because of his passion for me." I mean, Jesus didn't have to reveal this stuff to Ananias. But I will suggest to you that the reason why Jesus said this to Ananias about Saul's suffering was to ensure that Ananias understood that Saul was completely submitted and dedicated to the purposes of God, because it wasn't just about his decision to persecute people. He was now going to follow God where he himself was going to be persecuted. So again, I want to show you that God is doing two things. There's a short-term, immediate obedience. You must go, you must obey. Arise now and go now. There are moments in our lives when God is expecting you to obey right now. The consequences of disobedience, I don't think could ever be even imagined. Imagine if Ananias just said no. Imagine if he disobeyed God. I suspect he would have died. But God knew that Ananias would agree, even though he had doubts, even though he had immediate argument against going to God. Hello? I mean, so I'm really saying to you, that God is bigger than your doubt. He's bigger than your arguments. And even if you have those moments before him and say, "I'm not sure about this, God. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm the right person. I don't know if this is the right moment. I don't know, blah, 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 blah." We have those moments. But God says, hey, I'm listening to you and I'm hearing your arguments and I'm going to answer you, but you must go. Arise and go now. You must be obedient right now. And of course, he was showing Saul what his long-term life was going to look like. Short-term vision, short-term execution, long-term plan for a long-term execution. These two things are both part of our world. We'll talk more about it when we get together the next time.